Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning. I am Coach Emma, and this is Morning Mobility. I hope everybody's ready to get their Friday started, and hopefully you guys have some fun plans for this weekend. So let's go ahead. For our stretch this morning, make sure you have a couch nearby or a chair if you would like. That is optional. We can modify. It's just one stretch we have using a chair. But we can definitely use the floor for that stretch as well. So let's go ahead. We're going to make sure we have a nice centered stance on the floor, equal weight on our feet, spread across our toes. Let's just start with a few big shoulder circles back. Nice deep breath in. Exhale on the way down, squeezing the shoulder blades down to our pockets. All right, so we're going to spend most of our time on the floor today. So let's go ahead, coming onto our hands and knees position. Hands right below shoulders. We're going to do our CatCow, which you all might be familiar with by now. So deep breath in, raising your back up towards the ceiling. Exhale. So we're just trying to get everything nice and woken up here. Make sure we're taking nice full breaths. Let's do one more reach up towards the ceiling. And then what I want you all to do is sit back into your heels, all the way back, pushing back, trying to bring your chest down to your knees, but whatever is most comfortable for you at this moment. And let's try to walk our hands to the right and to the left. So we're getting a nice little stretch in the lower back here. So we're just going to go left and right. I want you to honor your body. So if you're feeling any type of discomfort, try not to push past that. Let's try to get one more good stretch each way. Try to hold about 5 seconds or so. All right, let's walk it back up to our starting position here, hands and knees. What I want you guys to do is we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to take our right arm, or whichever arm you would like to start with. Try to bring that elbow up towards the ceiling here. And then we're going to weave through the other side, bringing that shoulder down to the floor. And we're going to come back up. So we're going to alternate sides here. So now I'm going to take my other arm, bringing that elbow, getting some good thoracic rotation here. Elbow up to the ceiling. Then I want to come through, shoulder to floor. So I'm just going to go back and forth, and I'm going to try to hold that end position for about 5 seconds. And you might notice one side doesn't want to move as far as the other, and that's okay. Good, so I'm going to get one more stretch here. All right, come back up to our starting position here, hands and knees. Just give a gentle little tail wag here. So I'm just going to move my hips from right to left, just kind of loosening up the lower back here. Make sure you don't let your shoulders creep up towards your ears. All right, from this position, I'm going to bring my right leg, so I'm going to come into our plank position. So we're doing like a half world straight stretch right here. So I just brought my right leg up to the outside of my right hand. I'm going to touch down on the floor with my left leg, and then I'm going to extend it. So we're going to work a little hip extension here. Nice and slow. I'm trying to get about 5 or 6 reps on each leg here. So now I'm going to switch. You can come back down to your knees if you would like, if that's more comfortable for you. I'm going to bring up my other foot, so left foot now. Coming up to my left hand. I'm going to extend that hip, nice straight line, tapping back down onto the floor. All right. Now we're going to get a little bit of the inner thigh here, a nice inner thigh stretch. I'm facing towards you so you can have a better view here. I'm going to bring out one foot. I'm bringing out my left foot. I want my foot to be nice and flat on the floor. I want to make sure both of my hips are nice and level. They're pointing down at the floor as well. And I'm just going to give a little push back here. So I'm sitting back into my heels just slightly. You should feel a very nice stretch on the inside of your thigh here. Let's just spend some time on each leg, about a minute each side. And if just sitting in this position feels pretty good, you can just hang out in this position. But sitting back will add a little bit more of a stretch here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch sides now. So I'm going to bring out the other leg. Toes are spread evenly on the floor. Foot is nice and flat. Sitting back gently into my heel. All right, so here's where the chair comes in. If you have a couch or a chair nearby, you are certainly welcome to use that. If not, I'll show you a variation and you can use the floor. But we're going to try to stretch out the lats now. So if you have a chair or a couch nearby, we're going to come over here. I want you to put your elbows onto that surface. Palms are going to face up, nice flat back. And I'm just going to try to drop my head through or right to my shoulders. Of course, if you don't have that, you can come down here to the floor. Same thing. Get a slight bend in the elbows here. And sit back into our heels. You can come out of that stretch for a little bit if you want. Take a nice little break. Then we're going to go back into that same stretch. All right, coming out of that, we'll do one more here. Last stretch here. All right, awesome. So we're going to come here, back onto our hands and knees. I'm going to bring my right foot back up, so it's kind of like that mountain climb, the world's greatest stretch that we did. But now I just want you to hang out here. Other leg is bent, still touching the floor. And I'm just going to do a small little cat-cow here. And as I come down, I'm going to go up. You can even sit back a little bit if you'd like. Come back up. Flatten the back. So round and come back. If that's too advanced, you can just hang out right here for a little bit. right, I'm going to go ahead and switch legs here. So now I'm going to keep that leg bent and on the floor. My other foot, my left foot's meeting my left hand. I'm going to round my back, slightly sit back, come back up, flatten. Let's get one more here. So I'm going to round up, come back, and flatten. All right, so let's come on to our backs now. Make sure you have a little bit of room for this one. We're going to start with our arms out by our sides. I'm going to raise my right leg up. I'm going to flex my toes towards me, and I'm just going to let that leg drop on over to the other side. This is more of a passive stretch. Just hold this position for about 30 seconds. Nice deep breathing here. Let's bring that leg back up to center. We'll bring it down. Let's go ahead and extend the other leg. I'm going to flex my toes towards my face. Try to have a nice straight leg. Dropping that on over to the other side, just hanging out here for 30 seconds. You might also be feeling a little bit of a bicep stretch here. If you pull those arms down and try to extend the fingers out, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Good. Bring that foot back up. I'm going to go one more each side, so bring the other leg up towards the ceiling, flexing my toes the whole time. I'm dropping down wherever's comfortable. All right, let's bring that leg back up. Slowly lower. Last stretch for this one. Bringing our other leg up, flexing my toes. Go ahead and drop it on over. Try to keep those shoulder blades down. Again, don't let them creep up towards your ears. All right, bring that foot back up. Slowly lower. We'll finish up standing. What we're going to do is we are going to hinge down, trying to touch our toes here if we're able. And then I want you to come down to a deep squat. keeping that chest up nice and tall here. So if you can't really touch your toes, that's okay. Don't force it. You can place your hands on your shins if that's more comfortable. But I'm going to go for my toes here, and I'm going to come down into a squat. If it feels more comfortable, you just kind of hang out here. Hands in between the knees here. Just hanging out here for a minute, that's all right. So one more. All right, well, that's all the time that I have for this morning for morning mobility. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you had a great Friday, and hopefully we'll see you guys at Unravel. So have a great morning.